And that's, Gavin Newsom, that's exactly what he does.
And when you say you could expose them, can you be a little bit more, tell us a little more what you want to expose without
expose the hypocrisy that's going on, not only just in the unions and the teachers union, but the hypocrisy that's going on and in everything in this state. You ever hear of PAGA?
PAGA? I don't think so.
Private Attorney General Act.
Oh,
okay. Passed in 2000. What was it? 2004. Just when Gray Davis was recalled. Okay. Arnold came in 2 days before he was gone. He signed PAGA into legislation. Signed that deal. It is for the employees to protect them. Sponsored by the unions. All right, you got a problem there.
Right.
It's to make sure that they get their coffee breaks at the right time and they get their time off, and it's to protect the employee. That's why in California they try to protect the employee, but the business owner, unfortunately, he's the one that's going to lose. Take a simple example. About 5 years ago, there was PAGA litigation against Uber. They were suing it because they didn't have...
I didn't know that was what that came from, but yes, I know about that.
Yes. And so most of the large corporations, what they'll do is they'll just, instead of being in litigation for the next 4 or 5 years, it's cheaper. What do you guys want? Uber paid them $7.5 million, okay, to go away, basically. Out of that $7.5 million, the state got 3.7 million. The lawyers got 2.6 million. The company, because of course this is for the workers, the money that's left over has to be equally distributed between all Uber employees. So they hired a company for $750,000 just to process the checks. And the Uber employee, remember this is for the employee, the Uber employee gets $1.08.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah, a quarter of a latte.
This is the thing about
a quarter of a latte at Starbucks.
Not even, right? I mean, they can't even. You can't even
buy a coffee.
You can't park.
You can't even park your car. Yeah, but that's the hypocrisy that's been going on for years, and those things have to stop. Honestly, what I call the slip and fall lawyers, they actually go into employers and find somebody in there so they can, because it's all about, the lawyers, and the lawyers making money, and they use the employees. That goes on all the time in this state.
Of course. Yeah. It's interesting when you watch, Caroli used to always tell me, he goes, when I used to be home from school during the day here in Southern California, you would see back in the 70s, you would see advertisements for how to form your own business, how to become a truck driver, how to go engage in the world. Now it's, you had an accident? Call 1-888-LAWYER.
That's exactly it.
So everything, every ad is that during daytime.
I was talking with this guy who's like an expert on PAGA, and he brings with me to the meeting the labor laws from 1957, 47 pages of laws. Yeah. And he brings today 3,000 pages. Of course. With itty tiny little print.
And by the way, you're not suggesting that employees should have less protection. You're just saying that attorneys shouldn't have the opportunity to exploit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's yes.
That's what I thought.
And honestly, that happens throughout Sacramento.
Yes, it does.
Yes, and just about everything that you go up against. Those things have to stop. Those things you have to expose really what's going on. I mean, I would do everything to get rid of PAGA.